27-year-old Edward Waits is one of our most fantastic wildlife and animal sculptors. We met Ed several years ago in Monte Carlo when we were doing a show out there, and Ed's grown from strength to strength over that time, developing his style, changing his approach, and looking at animals in different ways. Ed, we're here today on your stand, looking at your amazing sculpture behind us. This is your clay mould for a horse, isn't it? Do you want to talk us through a bit more about what this is?
Yeah, so this has been 4 to 5 months in the making. It works out as 3.5 times life-size horse head. It's all built on a steel frame that I weld up and scale up, and then it's layers and layers of plasticine, 1.5 tons
Wow.
in weight, and it's all tied in, and then it's still a work in progress, so I can work on it at the shows.
Yeah, so that's why you can see at the back of it and through it, you can see some of the wire framework that's exposed. That's the areas that Ed would be working on, applying the plasticine clay to carry on modelling. So really it's bringing to the people of Chelsea the example of how you go about creating art. So I think that's quite an important thing for people to see, isn't it?
They're back together, so you can't see the welds, and eventually you'll have this shape in bronze.
The horse's head back again. So part of the work that you've done over the last few years for a range of different people is commissions, isn't it? From sheikhs to Lady Bamford, you've gone around the countryside and you've spoken to lots of people and you've done particular commissions for them. So just behind us we've got a leopard. We'll just move back a little bit, see if you can get into shot with that. Over here. So talk us a little bit through this. This is more of your wildlife kind of modelling, isn't it, really?
Yeah, so I had a private client that was looking for a corner piece in the garden, so he gave me free will to sculpt a leopard, and this is what I've come up with. And initially I sculpted the maquette here, just to get my ideas flowing, and it's almost like my sketch process.
Yeah.
And then it enables me to enlarge the piece here, and this is the clay maquette that will eventually go through the same process, go to the foundry, and be cast in bronze later this year.
And you've captured all the agility of the animals that's climbing down that branch as it's scouting for prey. You can see in its eyes kind of its transfixation almost, isn't it, with whatever it's looking for. So you've really captured that very well. How did you sort of think that's a good pose for that animal?
And they came earlier this week and approved it, and then it will be delivered to Surrey, to their house.
Surely. Yeah.
Perfect.
Fantastic. And they were really pleased with it. You quite enjoyed doing it, because birds isn't something you've really... I mean, you've done pheasants in the miniatures that you do. You've done some smaller birds and things, but you've never really gotten to this sort of size,
usually I like my big powerful animals, but I really enjoyed doing this piece, and it sort of went together very quickly. I got into it quite quickly, and I still kept the looseness through the bird, but yet again, you're still portraying quite an elegant subject, so it's trying to combine those two things.
And they're inquisitive faces. I mean, people can't really see it in here, but they've got a really quirky look about them in their eyes and things, haven't they? They're studying the water, they're looking for fish or whatever, and and quite enjoying their walk across the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Ed, thank you very much. That's been a fantastic insight into some of your work. You're here sculpting away, and you've been enjoying Chelsea, haven't you?
Yeah, perfect. 2 more days to go.
Fantastic. Thank you.